So among the stocks, the focus today will be on the earnings season. It kickstarts today with IT, the IT pack coming out with its Q2 results. First to come out with the results will obviously be TCS. We'll see the results come out in the post-market hours. Now the expectation is that the results will be muted like they were in Q1. And the TCS has also seen an internal management rejig that was the first rejig that played out since Mr. Kirti Vasan took over in June 1. So as far as costs are concerned, industry like the brokerages and analysts will also be keeping an eye out for that. Now let's talk about the street's expectations as far as TCS's results are concerned. Now revenue on in rupee terms is expected to grow by about 1.3% to 60,160 crore in Q2 FY24. So a 1.3% Q on Q jump, whereas net profit is expected to remain subdued at an increase by just 0.8% quarter on quarter to about 11,162 crores this quarter from 11,074 crores in the previous quarter. Now one of the reasons why we are seeing that the profitability of TCS on a quarter-on-quarter basis will come down is because the realizations have become late. All the deals that the company has landed in the past are multi-year deals. So the revenue outlook is for a period of 5 to 7 years. Now, of course, apart from the numbers, the street will also be closely looking at the management commentary coming from TCS. The focus will, of course, be on the demand outlook and recovery that is expected in the second half of financial year FY24. Also, analysts will be keeping a close track on what management has to say about this higher rate for longer narrative that is playing out in the US, which could be a dampener for IT companies as it could hit the discretionary spend and demands for these companies. Now let's look at some of the deals that TCS wants. Now there was a lot of concerns about in Q1 that as far as the demand is concerned, but TCS has landed a few mega deals in the past quarter. Mega deals are those deals which are above 500 million. And if you look at the deals that you can see on the screen, $3.6 billion worth of deals TCS has landed in the past quarter. The TCV, the total contract value of the company, is expected to jump 20% quarter on quarter and come in at around 12 billion, whereas it stood at about 10.2 billion in the previous quarter. Apart from that, of course, the street will also be monitoring, what the guidance is. Now, last time TCS obviously exceeded the street's expectation of a $7 to $9 billion, guidance. It exceeded that as TCV stood at about 10 billion. So, guidance also will be one of the important cues that we'll be tracking through the day. Apart from that, as far as the business is concerned, a few key monitorables will be the performance of the BFSI segment and the telecom segment, which alone contributes to about 52% of the entire revenue of TCS. Also, North America's performance will be tracked, as North America is a major market for the company.
Okay. And while we are at it, let's also quickly get in Sudeep. Sudeep, what exactly will markets be factoring in as far as the guidance coming in from TCS later this afternoon is concerned? What are going to be some of the key attributes in the guidance that you're going to track?
Well, of course, the outlook for the second half of the current fiscal, as well as FY25, we will be very carefully listening to the management's views and opinion on that. We will also have to very carefully watch and try and understand whether the new deal wins. I mean, they have won deals. I mean, JLR, then there is Nest, then there is Phoenix Group over the last few quarters. But the question is, these large deals, are they going to be margin dilutive? So the margin guidance and their discussions on these, the margin going forward, will be extremely important for us to understand. Of course, the announcement regarding the buyback, specifics of the buyback will be watched carefully. So I think by and large, these are the things. Results pretty much will be subdued. That is pretty much understandable. Constant currency growth of about 1% is what is expected. But most important is the guidance as far as revenue and margins.